Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
What the fuck is going on, guys?
What's up?
Traffic.
You guys are live right now on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio, man. We just got done blasting Shapeshifters, man. Fucking awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
Man.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you.
Fuck yeah,
Thanks for
man.
having
Pleasure to be here, bud.
Fuck yeah, dude. Pleasure to fucking have you guys here, man. Fucking pleasure to fucking bless our fucking eardrums with that fucking shit, man. Fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, glad you love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So tell us, man, what the fuck is going on in the world of Illusion of Fate, man?
We've got a lot planned for next year. A lot of it's still in the works right now, but we're not slowing down, that's for sure. Just pumping out singles right now. Got a bunch of announcements we're getting ready to make. So just keep an eye on us. That's all I can say right now.
Any of those
Oh,
announcements that you can tell us tonight, man?
I don't. Well, actually, one of them. We're gonna in March. We're going on the road with our friends in Yotuma. We're doing a couple weekends across the Midwest.
Nice.
A handful of dates planned with them. So we're probably coming to a city near you. I know for sure one of the confirmed dates. We're playing Iowa. Gabe's. I believe it's Gabe's Iowa City
Gabe's in Iowa
with
City.
with Pit Lord. Pit Lord is a really awesome barbecue themed death metal band if you haven't heard of them. So shout out to our boys in Pit Lord.
We're big fans, Pit Lord.
Yeah,
They're super awesome.
They love barbecue, and we are all, with the exception of Brian, teetering the line. So
Yeah, those guys are badass, man. Yeah, I did some PR for those guys as well, man. I know them well, dude.
Oh, sick.
Very cool, man.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, man. What?
one of the very few bands I can pull off like a backtrack drum. Like a lot of bands do it, but it's like they can pull it off. They sound really big despite only being two people. So
Oh, yeah.
What do they do?
Them and Putrid Pile do it the best.
yeah,
What do they do? Like bring a fucking barbecue grill up on the stage?
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, when we played with them, they put like they put the laptop in the grill, and then they had some like red LEDs, and then like a fog machine coming out.
Oh man,
you know?
that's
So
cool.
it was so cool. It was so awesome.
That is cool, man. I mean, yeah, that's got to be hard to do something like that with just two people, without a drummer and everything like that. But that's cool that they do something like that to make the best of it, and just make it.
They make it work.
Hell
They make
yeah.
it work.
Hell yeah! Well, that would be cool, man. You guys coming to Tennessee?
We're hoping to eventually.
We're really
We're
hoping
trying to.
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to do our best to get out there, and it's rough when you don't have like a whole lot of contact. So it's just kind of getting a hold of the right people to make something happen.
Hey! You got me, man. What the fuck?
That's true.
Oh, we appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Come on now.
Yeah.
We've seen what's going on with Metal Devastation. You guys, especially putting us on like that too. You guys have been pushing our single, and we really appreciate that. It's been making the rounds and definitely making us feel good. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was funny. When I first did that, I didn't even realize right away that there was a casket robbery connection in there. I somehow fucking missed it. I don't know what the fuck, man. And then later on, I figured that out, and I was like, "Whoa, dude!"
It's a well-kept secret on accident. It seems like a common thing. Me and Brian have had people give us their full-blown opinions on casket robbery, not knowing we're in the band. And it's like, they'll be going like on about it for 5 minutes and be like, "Cool, well, thanks, man. Appreciate that." They're like, "What?"
Yeah, it is cool.
It happens.
Well, it's cool because it's a completely different animal. Like, this is a totally different musical thing. And
Yeah, it makes it fun, to do both bands and have them be different. So, playing the same thing,
I'm sure the double duty definitely is interesting on their end. We went on tour with them earlier this year. I think seven dates or something like that throughout the Midwest, and Brian and Austin here had to do double duty every night, and they had already been on tour for a week prior, 2 weeks prior,
2
weeks.
But it was fun. It was cool. I kind of like playing the 2 sets because I only have to set my drums up once. One of the shows we had to on and off, and that was, it adds to the tiringness of it for sure, having to do the load on and off stage twice. But I don't know. I like playing twice. More bang for your buck in terms of your time. You're there either way, so more blast beats is always better for me.
Also, easiest changeovers ever.
True.
It was literally just me and Kevin get off stage, and then you two sit there, twiddle your thumbs. And
and out of everybody, we have probably the least gear, so it was even better.
Hell yeah. Well, since you guys are all here, I do got to say, man, Brian and Austin, you guys fucking destroyed it this year at the festival, man. Fucking holy shit, man.
Thank you. Can I tell you something you may not know about the festival? Brian's too tough of a guy to say anything, but when we played, Brian was extremely sick with food poisoning.
Really?
While we played. He was puking his brains out just minutes before we went on, so...
That's rough.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun one for Brian. I don't know, Brian, do you want to tell him about that?
It was not fun. It was agonizing, but the alternative, not playing, is not happening, so...
I had fun.
Well, fucking A, man, you pulled it off, dude. Actually, that makes me think something I wanted to ask you, because I know we had talked earlier that day, and I was asking you about jumping out into the crowd and fucking doing your thing with the bass, but you didn't do that. But you still kicked ass. But I was wondering about that. I was like, did something happen, or maybe it was just too wild, or But I guess that fucking answers it right there, man. You were just trying to hold it down, man.
Yeah, I was not able to move very much beyond just good old laid back, just foot on the drum riser, just keeping it low key.
Oh shit, you were still fucking moving, dude. You guys were head banging. You were doing the fucking thing. I don't think anybody out there noticed that anything was going on.
I mean, Brian's an animal on stage. Let's be real.
Yeah, he is.
Brian will never admit it, but like Hayden and I specifically, when Brian joined the band and we started playing live, like I can say for myself, I was taking cues from him because I didn't know what I was doing. Brian had the experience, so it's like, don't discredit yourself, bud. You're tough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's taught us a lot. He's taught us how to have more stage presence and all that.
He's badass.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I mean,
yeah, brother.
My philosophy's just always been, if you can't get into your own music, how do you expect other people to?
Exactly.
That's a good. Yeah.
Well, speaking of your own music, man, Illusion of Fate, dude. Like, tell us about this band. Like, how did this get started, and how long have you guys been doing it?
Before we give you the official one, I can give you like the funny long and short of it. So in the beginning, Austin and Brian weren't involved. It was just Hayden and I, and we were doing a little like a grindcore death metal project called Festering Anal Flesh. As a joke, we would write and record songs in one session. Like the first song we recorded, I just did vocals and like didn't write any lyrics, just did like rhythms and stuff. And then shortly after that, Hayden asked me to do vocals on another project, and I'm pretty sure after it was As Animals Dream, the recording of that, you were like, so you're in the band, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
He just gaslit me into being in a band.
Yep, it's all my fault. Sorry, guys.
That's the funny version of it. I'm sure Hayden can go in depth of like, because he had a lot of the songs for the first EP were written before I even like joined or did anything with him. So.
Oh yeah, so like So I essentially started penning out the ideas for like Ligia and As Animals Dream and all that, like all the songs from the first EP. I started penning those ideas out in college while I was going to music recording school, and it was all after the previous band I had been in had kind of dismantled, and so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm sick of people like not pulling their weight and just nothing getting done. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out how to write songs, and I'm gonna figure out how to record it, and I'm just gonna start putting stuff out, and something's got to stick at some point. And so I just spent the next like 2 years just penning out song ideas and all that, 2 or 3 years, and then settling on some, which ended up being our first EP, Emerging a Sentience. And then Kevin came in, you know, and so we started from there. And then, yeah, I mean, that's really the short and sweet of it. It was born out of frustration. It was born out of frustration, just wanting to do something, you know. Because I've wanted to be in a metal band for as long as I can remember, and you know, hopping around from different project to different project with people. Like I said, no one really committing to anything, and no one really pulling their weight and all that, and like, you know, the excuses after excuse, you know, I was just done with it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and if it sucks, it sucks. At least I did it, you know. And I mean, here we are.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah,
I totally understand everything that you just said right there. Like that's why I fucking I went through the same fucking thing, and I just said fuck it and made a one-man band and just did everything myself. But,
oh yeah,
that's the way.
But of course you can't fucking, you know, I mean, I guess you could go play live like that. It would be pretty fucking hard, but I mean, it turned into this, and it brought me to doing this, and here we are with this.
I mean,
so
I'd say it's been pretty successful.
Yeah, you're killing it, man.
It worked out for you. Yeah,
it totally worked.
I mean, you could always just like play black metal, because then like being a one man band is just totally the norm. Because, you know, generally speaking, you know, we don't go outside. We don't have friends.
Yeah,
so.
we don't actually put on the white corpse paint. We're just that pale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, as far as your live show, what kind of, I mean, for anybody who's never seen you guys live, what could they expect at a live show? Like, what do you guys bring to the stage, man?
All right.
Intensity.
Yeah, it's like a black metal atmosphere, but with like a death metal attitude. So it's like really high energy, but it's like a little less, or it's a little more thought out than just like really chunky riffs. And like, I don't know, we all go really hard. Like, we're coming off stage sore and soaked, and the paint's dripping off of our face, and we're just getting into it, you know, getting mean.
You know, when Brian joined the band, and this is kind of going back to him kind of teaching me and Kevin, like, you gotta, about, you know, really getting into it on stage. And so over the years, as I've seen other bands live, like, there's definitely a lot of bands that just kind of sit there and stare at their instrument, and versus the bands that you can see they're actually up there having a good time, you know, who's more fun to watch. So I think we take that kind of philosophy and we apply it. Like, we try to give you as much of a performance as possible, you know, and we're always working to improve that performance. I mean, we've got a few ideas of how we can improve our stage setup next year. So we always bring our A game. We always try to just really stand out, be as like sonically vicious as we can, you know, try and be as intense while at the same time just like captivating, you know. That's the best way I can kind of explain it.
I tend to say a lot of dumb stuff on stage too, so you'll get a good laugh or two in the set probably.
Oh man,
it's lighthearted.
A couple stand-up moments for you.
Oh yeah, like that time you embarrassed your girlfriend.
yeah. This was before Austin joined our band, but we played a show and we used backtrack drums, and this is what I was kind of getting at before when I was saying like not a lot of bands can pull off backtrack drums. We realistically thought we could, and we're better off having a live drummer, but our backtracker kind of started to go out on us. So while Hayden was figuring that out, I'm just trying to fill the dead air, and I made a joke that my now fiance definitely laughs at. Like, her and I have a similar sense of humor. That was crickets in that crowd, though. It was a lot of like, oh, I can't believe you just said that.
You should tell it.
Yeah, we're good.
You're good. All right.
Doesn't need to hear the crickets again.
Yeah, listen, I'm not trying to ruin my stand-up shot.
Well,
if this metal doesn't work out, comedy is my next endeavor.
There we go. There's our opening act. You stand up.
Dude, I always said
then music.
I think a revolutionary idea would be a touring band has a comedian MC and open for them by doing like a 5 or a 10-minute stand-up bit where they just roast the bands that are playing the set.
Dude, that'd be great.
Yeah. You got to have comedy, dude. Like, that's one of the fucking that's one of the main reasons why I always bring Chris Grant out to the fucking to the Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Fest, cuz he's just fucking crazy and he's hilarious. But he just gets up there and just talks so much shit about just random shit. And it's entertaining, man.
Awesome.
It keeps the day going,
Especially with all the changeovers too, like,
yeah,
like it adds like a flow to it. Like when it could lose it, but it doesn't.
Kind of helps it from there being any dead air or anything.
Definitely.
But yeah, as far as what you guys are talking about, I think that's something that is so fucking important that a lot of younger bands really need to understand if they don't know it already. Like, it's just, to be entertaining on the stage is a whole other animal, like it's one thing to make really great music, but to get out there and really entertain a crowd and keep them interested, when there's so much different stuff, because it's just the way the world is nowadays, everybody's hit with so much fucking stuff constantly. Oh, yeah. Their attention spans are shorter, and it's just, you got to keep them fucking interested, and keep them engaged, and
yeah. I mean, they paid for a performance. They paid for a show.
All I'm going to say is you'll never see a group of fat guys move around as much as we do. So
we're like an elite offensive lineup there.
Yeah. We're not small people.
No, we're not. It's a wonder we all fit in the same van.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Well, tell us, like, as far as your music, man, lyrical concepts and themes and stuff like that. Like, what are you guys talking about in your songs, man? What are some of the?
Well, I try to, when I'm kind of going back on what you were saying before, is everybody's kind of getting hit with so much stuff and like everything kind of can be really overbearing. I try to take a lyrical approach that's a little more fantasy fiction escapism, where it's like there's always like a message, because in fiction there's always like philosophy rooted at its like foundation. So I guess a lot of the songs, especially the newer ones that we're releasing, are a little more on like the doom and gloom kind of apocalypse kind of weird rapture theme, and just like the build up to like a rapture, with the exception of like one song, which it was a single we released just before Shapeshifters, like a couple weeks prior. That one has a near and dear place in my heart. Well, I wrote that one about like the possibility of me dying and then my consciousness being reincarnated into that of a crab, and then I have to like just navigating the crab realm, you know. It's about crabs, and
that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's literally just about crabs. I wrote a song about wanting to become a crab. No, not yet. I don't know. Crabs are kind of majestic in their own right, so I just kind of wanted to be a crab one day.
Yeah, I was telling people, listen to this interview, because at some point Kevin's going to start talking about crabs.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
But a lot of it, I mean, I guess a lot of it's more like witchcraft and like fantasy kind of stuff. Like Shapeshifters is about like falling prey to a cult leader, a wicked like death cult leader kind of deal. And you know, we got a bunch of other ones. I mean, Emerging Sentience, the majority of that one was, I think, like the framework was written by Hayden mostly. I think I only really did the one song on there, but we had an EP prior called King of Serpents, and that one's about a wretched warlock conjuring a demon and bringing forth the destruction of humanity, and kind of just falling further into the void. So, I mean, I guess basically like a D&D campaign, but in music form.
Basically what we're saying is there's tons of chicks at our shows.
Yeah, definitely.
Literally.
I did write a song about circumcision too, so there's that. We haven't released that one yet, but you know.
It's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. The dick song is coming.
Nice.
Oh man.
So the name of the band, how did you guys come up with that, man? Is there a story behind that?
Man, that was our first drummer. I don't know where he came up with that. He just kind of came up, and one day and he's like, "How about Illusion of Fate?" And I was like, "Huh, I like that." I think Kevin, you were there, or was that right before?
No, that was before I joined, because at that point I remember you were talking about the project, and I was still in California at that time. So
that's right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
I saw an interview you guys did, like when I first joined the band. I was like watching interviews you guys had
Bloody News
and stuff, where Josh was talking about that, and he said it's like just like about the like concept of like free will, if we have it or if we don't, you know.
He read a lot of Kant and a lot of like Nietzsche and stuff like that. I think a lot of his influence was like classical kind of philosophy.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Hell yeah. But, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. What were you gonna say?
Oh no. I was just gonna say. I mean, yeah. That sounds like him. That sounds like Josh. That sounds like something he would come up with. But I mean, yeah, he literally just came up to me one day and was just like, "Hey, what about Illusion of Fate?" And I was like, "Oh, I kind of like that. You know, let's go with that. And like, if we think of something better, we'll go with that. But I don't know.
Here we are.
Stuck. Yeah, here we are. Yeah.
Pretty bitchin' name.
It's a cool name. You know, the cool thing about it is when you Google search it, there's not like a whole bunch of fucking bands with the same name that come up. You know?
It's just anime.
Oh
like there's like a romance novel, and then there's a bunch of weird anime. I've
just
looked
kidding,
it up,
we're
and I'm just
anime,
like,
sorry.
I don't understand, but you know what? I'm with it. We'll get the anime crowd. They're cool.
Man, I can't tell you how many bands will fucking have the same fucking band name, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's so frustrating, dude. Because, like, you're trying to tag fucking people and shit, and then you'll end up tagging the wrong ones because they've all got the same fucking Facebook handles.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep.
It's even worse in black metal in general, because everybody wants to be, like, church burner or something like that, you know, where it's like, oh, this is a Slavic term, and it's like, well, there's like 9 other bands that use that Google Translate feature, you know.
Say like the deathcore bands.
Yeah.
Like I love them, but like
verb of noun.
Some of y'all like, yeah, you get more creative with your names. I'm sorry. You have like the same name as like 12 other bands. But
yeah, that's crazy. I don't see how they do that. Like, did you not Google search the fucking shit first, man?
Right.
Like, come on, man.
That's what we did. That's what we did. when we did ours, when Josh suggested it, first thing I did was I Googled it, and there was no one, just the anime and the romance novels. And I was like, all right, bet, let's do it.
That's us.
That's us.
Honestly, if I can be associated with anime and romance novels, we're already winning in black metal, so.
We did it.
We did it, guys.
Hell yeah, man. Well, this new single is fucking badass, dude. I definitely look forward to hearing another full length from you guys soon, man. Is there any date or anything like that?
Ooh.
Well, we're not solidified entirely yet, but we have a date in mind. It's coming early next year. We'll get there.
Late spring. Spring. We'll say that.
Yeah, it's like we're the band right now that only has the ability to post big things coming soon. So,
which we did.
Yeah,
that's a good thing, man.
And I mean, big things are coming.
Next year's going to be a year. That's for sure.
Next year's going to be a great year for us. We've been putting in a lot of hard work for this release. We've been since about last.
We started demoing
it. Yeah, right around this time last year, actually.
Well, we started demoing some of the songs even earlier. I think we demoed a song right after King of Serpents released, and that was
that's right. We did. That's right.
That was 21. So
yeah, I mean, it stands to reason. I'm already demoing ideas and songs for like album 2. Like we have a whole process where I just write a shitload of songs, and then we just kind of go through and cherry pick whatever we like the most, and then we kind of build off of those songs. Add the little changes here, here and there. What do we think the song needs? This and that. So I mean, yeah, the whole demoing and recording process takes a little while, but then then once we got a solid foundation, then we
not to mention
we really got the ball rolling.
We we do everything ourselves on top of that, so it's like we're taking on. I mean, I guess to most bands they're just like, oh yeah, we did that too, but like to us, we're still learning along the way. So like, for instance, Hayden does virtually all of our production. I think we got a little bit of help on the drums, but
we got a lot of help on drums. Austin.
Yeah. Austin recorded the drums. But yeah, so I guess the whole process of just doing everything, it's while we're still learning, it's just a lot. So I mean, especially shout out to Hayden. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you. Thank you.
Given where I know that it was recorded, I can be like, wow, that actually sounds amazing, considering I'm stuffed in a closet recording vocals,
Oh, yeah. That's another funny thing I want to mention. So, we record all the stuff except the drums. Austin did the drums in his spot, but all the reamping, all the vocals, bass, all that stuff, it's done in the second bedroom of my apartment, and so we run some lines into the closet, which has got all of my wife and I's holiday crap and this and that in there, and so it's perfect for isolation because there's so much shit in there. But that's when we got Kevin, recording vocals. So
Kevin's got his Christmas cheer on doing black metal vocals.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Exactly,
And it's hot in there too. I'm too fat, and it's hot in there, man. It's a sauna.
Dude, you're fucking sweating in like the middle of winter. Just
Yeah, dude,
baking
it's warm, man. I mean, fat guy in small spaces. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. It's probably a problem.
But yeah, I mean, all these the 2 singles we got out in this album. I mean, it's all DIY, dude. It's all the magic happens here, where in my apartment. But thank you. Yeah, I spent a long time just really refining this mix, and then having the guys listen to it. Brian came over a bunch, and we would sit down and just work on it for hours after work.
Yeah.
Just making, but as it gets closer and closer to the final product, it gets really I don't know if tedious is the right word, but you make one little EQ adjustment here, and then you got to bounce it, and upload it to the drive, then you run out to your car and play it. All right, does it sound good here? Okay, it sounds good here. Does it sound good on headphones? Okay, cool. Oh, let's go try your car. Let's make sure it sounds good in there. Oh, it sounds there's a little too much of this in the bass or in the guitar, so it's just like running around, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors thought I was crazy or something, but whatever.
No, hell yeah, dude, you got to do the car test, man. Like that's mandatory, man. I don't care what kind of monitors, what kind of headphones you got, whatever you got in your studio, it does not matter. You always have to go out to the car and check it there, man, because that's where
I could not agree more. I could not agree more, dude. That's where everyone listens to their music. It's car first, and then on their headphones.
Yeah. I was watching one of Glenn Fricker's fucking videos, man, because I love that guy, man.
Oh, dude, I love Glenn.
And he was saying, he was like, he was like saying that he even takes his fucking laptop sometimes out to the car and just hooks it up and just does some of the mixing there in the car because.
Oh,
I've done that,
dude. Oh, have you? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, if I don't have a laptop, I just got a desktop set up, but thinking next computer I get a laptop, so I can do just that. Go into the car, hook it up, and mix in there for a little bit, make sure it sounds good in there. Because, Glenn's right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All praise Glenn.
Oh, fuck yeah,
I love his channel.
Dude,
I watch it religiously.
I learned so much fucking shit from him. It's fucking insane, man. Fucking.
Oh yeah,
love that guy, dude. Speaking of the recording process and all that, for all the gearheads out there, including myself, man, like what kind of stuff are you guys using to get these sounds, man? What kind of amps, pedals?
Well, let me tell you, I have the most advanced microphone known to man. It was carved from meteorite and blessed by Anton LaVey himself. It's a pretty standard Shure, 57, I think?
58.
Yeah.
58, yeah, the one that everybody
has. Right now on.
It's really heavy, too. I mean, I honestly, I don't understand why these guys complain loading on. I got the hard part.
Oh, yeah.
That mic weighs a lot. Oh, and you can't forget the most important part of gear, my swag.
True.
The Riz, as the kids say.
I don't think you're using that right there, buddy.
I don't know, man. I'm 30, so I don't know what these kids are doing.
But did you guys use all plugins on this? Was it all reamped through stuff like that, or?
So yeah, we used the 58, for Kevin's vocals because I was like, all right, I don't want there to be too big of a difference, tone shift wise vocally. I mean, I know 58's not the best for recording metal vocals, but also at the same time, I didn't want it to sound like over polished because, the stuff we make is gritty, so I wanted it to still kind of have that edge. So I figured, all right, well, 58, like that's standard live, and just
sounds good.
Throw distortion on him from his vocals, and there we go. And that's honestly how we got his vocals. As for guitars, I did a little bit of I reamped everything. I reamped the rhythms through my Marshall MG 100 HDFX with the JCM 900. I'm pretty sure it's got the Celestian GT 75s in there.
Shout out Mark Curta.
No. That what Mark let me use was his JCM 800.
Oh, that.
His tube head with some vintage 30s in his cab, and that's what I used to record the leads in all my parts.
Oh, cool! So you guys were actually micing cabs.
Oh yeah, dude. So I used a 57 on the cab, as well as a coworker of mine let me borrow his Biodynamic M160 ribbon microphone. Which, man, that microphone is sexy as fuck, dude. I definitely want to get myself one. That was perfect. Shout out to Jake. Thank you, dude, for letting me borrow that. So yeah, blend 57 and then the M160, and then I combined it with the amp sim. My default go-to is the Neural PSP Gojira.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing, like, it cannot sound bad. It cannot sound bad. And then I throw the Jens Bogren IRs on there, and it's just, oh man, it's so great. I love it. So that's how we did guitars, and then bass. We just direct, again, using Neural their dark glass, VST, and then for drums, Austin, what did you all use again?
Oh man, I don't even. Mic-wise, I honestly don't even remember. I'm sorry, but I mic'd all my drums up. I used 3 different room mics. I used a mic about probably like 5 feet in front of my drums, pointed just right at the middle of the kit. And then I used 2 other overhead mics. One pointed at the wall to kind of get the reflection, and then another one, I have a vocal booth in the studio where my drums are at, and I put a mic in the vocal booth actually, and that one sounded really cool too, because it it being a separate room, it kind of just got a cool sort of like distant sound. So yeah, I used that, and then I also, when I mixed the drums, I had a friend of mine show me a trick how you can make like a artificial room sound. So I put all my drums through this like artificial room sound with this reverb, and then I mixed it with the room sound I got with those microphones. So it got a cool sort of, I don't know, just like a natural sound to it, while still having the punch that you would want like in a modern metal sort of recording.
It felt more live, but with that kind of polished edge to it.
Yeah, I wanted it to have I wanted it to sound clean and to cut really hard, but I didn't want it to lose the feeling of it being a real drum performance or anything. So
yeah.
I tried not to edit too much of the stuff either, and left the takes more raw, which sometimes when I listen back, I'm like, oh, I should have fixed that or something, but it is what it is. And I kind of honestly like more raw drum recordings in general, and I wish that was more of a thing still. And in black metal, it's definitely a thing. So,
I mean, it works.
People see the corpse paint and they don't expect us to be good right away, so it's like perfect. We just exceed expectations every time.
Every time, without fail.
Just by lowering them so drastically low.
Hey, we don't have to talk about that. We don't got to talk about that.
Well, it sounds fucking badass, dude. Like, it definitely fucking works, man. Fucking Yeah, man, I love all that shit that you're talking about, dude. Fucking, I love all that kind of stuff, man. I'm totally into all that, dude.
Oh,
Thank you,
yeah.
Ryan.
Oh yeah, brother.
There's a song on the album that has like a long blast beat where it like fades out with the drum mics, but you can just hear the room mics echoing out as like the last thing before it keeps fading out. And that's where you can really tell with
that's gonna be on our
all
next
those
single
effects and stuff like that.
That's our next single. Our next one.
That'll be coming out soon. And that's actually for a song we've been playing live now for the last.
Yeah, if you saw us on the Midwest Decimation tour, you heard the song. You know, like when we toured with Casket Robbery, we were playing that. Yeah,
it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a staple in our set because
there's actually there's the video of us playing it live where the one generator cuts out, so all you can hear is Brian's bass and the drums.
Oh yeah, so we played a show over the summer. It was just it was some barnyard burner kind of show, middle of summer, and for whatever reason, mid set, the PA system cuts out. I think like an amp or something lost power, and so it shut the whole PA off, except for Brian, who was using his cab at the time. But like me and Austin's in-ears were still going, so like we didn't even know. And then after the show, people were like, man, you guys killed it. Like even when the power went out, like you guys were still going. We're like, wait, what?
I just put the mic down and just started yelling into the crowd.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. No, I didn't even catch that. I was so focused on like, giving the best performance I could.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, speaking of that shit, man, have you guys officially submitted to Metal Devastation Music Fest 2024?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure I spammed you guys with, like, 4 submissions, I think. I was like, I don't care. They're going to fucking see me.
Yeah.
We got to play this shit. We got to play it.
That'll probably be my my last show before my wedding then, too. So that'll be fun. That'll be I think I would come down even as a spectator.
I've already been in Raven's ear, man. I've been telling her. I've been like, these guys, man. These guys, you gotta fucking check them out, man. Fucking.
And we'll be playing some new shit. We'll be playing some new shit off the album, and then we'll throw in some of the crowd favorites like As the Leaves Fall and Legia.
Legia is a good one. If you want to see Brian run into the crowd, that's the song that he runs into the crowd for.
Yeah. There's always one.
Brian goes missing. I don't know where he goes sometimes, and he reappears.
There was one time you went in the bathroom while some dude was taking a piss.
Correct.
With the
bass?
bass?
You just like standing next to him or something?
Jamming?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's fucking awesome, dude. That needs to be on. That needs to be on video, man. Fuck.
No, the only time that I had the opportunity to have a GoPro attached to the headstock of my bass, like when I would be leaving the stage, apparently it didn't record.
Yeah, I remember that.
It'll happen one day.
So we gotta redo that.
Yes.
We'll get it.
We gotta get that. Brian, run in the bathrooms.
Yeah, well,
there
is a bathroom at the venue where we have the fest at, man. It's right behind the stage. Like, it's pretty easy to get to.
Do it.
It's pretty fast.
Brian, just run off into the forest.
We'll have to set up some cameras in there or some shit. Oh, no, we'll get in trouble.
It'll be some, like, found footage kind of horror movie, like Blair Witch style, just except with Brian running around.
Fuck yeah, man.
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
We'll get a POV of Brian one day.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, we've been I've submitted. I don't know, I'm pretty sure one of you guys have submitted as well, so we're hoping we can make it down and share some of our new songs with you guys this year and finally meet you in person.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, yeah, you're in there, dude, and we've been talking about it, man, so we'll be in touch soon, man. I'm sure.
Fuck yes.
Well,
fuck yes.
I'm about out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you want to let the people know, man?
Keep your ear to the ground. 2024 for Illusion of Fate is going to be big. And real quick, most people would ask me what I would do if I didn't get this interview with you right now, but I guess we'll never know.
It happened.
Hell yeah.
It happened. I'll say keep your eyes on our socials. I mean, we got a lot of sick announcements coming, and, you know, we got a whole lot of new music coming out for you guys this next year. We got a lot of cool shows. We're going to be hitting the road a bunch. So, you know, let us know where you want to see us. We want to come to you. We want to come and play for you. So comment on whatever post this will end up on, or go on our page and spam us with where you want to see us.
And go to Bandcamp. Today's Bandcamp Friday, man. Motherfuckers, all you out there listening, man, go to Bandcamp and
go download Shapeshifters Among Us ASAP.
Yes.
Go get our stuff off Bandcamp. Help us fund this. Help us do this. Stream our shit. Follow us on all socials.
DM us sweet nothings. I'll respond.
Oh, he will. He will.
Listen, if you ever need a pick-me-up and you ever need some motivation, DM the page and I'll maybe try to get back to you. I'll more than likely get back to you with some motivational, motivational advice.
Illusion of counseling.
Yes, illusion of counseling.
Yeah, I'm not licensed or anything. All of this it's satire. Don't sue me.
Yeah, dude. All right, well, guys, before I let you go, man, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, this is Illusion of Fate, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
All right. Kevin, you do this.
You're the vocalist, Kevin.
Yeah, you're the vocalist.
Yeah.
What's up? This is King Morbid from Illusion of Fate. You're listening to Metal Devastation Radio. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, man. Hey, can you do it in black metal voice?
Oh, I got you.
This is King Morbid from Illusion of Fate. You're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, dude.
We are grateful.
Man,
Thank you.
Thank you guys for taking the time to talk to us, man. Fucking, I'm going to blast some more Illusion of Fate for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Fuck
Hell yeah,
yes.
brother.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Hell yeah.
All right, man. We'll talk to you guys soon, man.
You have a great night.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Take care.
Cheers.
Have a good one, everyone.
There you go, folks. Illusion of Fate live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your fucking windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do, man. If you're living in the basement, duct tape your speakers pointed at the ceiling. If you're in the attic, point your speakers at the floor, man. If you're in the back of a fucking Uber car or a taxi cab, take your earbuds out of your fucking cell phone and crank that motherfucker up, man. Loud as a fuck. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, what the fuck are you even doing, man? Crank it the fuck up.